Shalom. I haven't really posted a video in a while, but I wanted to do so, Yahuwah willing. It's kind of like a what was I gonna say? Sorry, there's kind of like a lawnmower in the background, but I don't think you guys can hear it that much. But I wanted to make this short. I just wanted to say that for me, I've noticed, and I fall short in this so much, and I don't do this as much as I should, but I've noticed that the more I think about, how amazing Shamim is, and how amazing Yahuwah really, really, truly is, and how beyond us he is, it really helps me remember how small and like, I don't know, is lackluster the right word, for this world is, and all its worries and goals in this world. It's not to say that we shouldn't have goals, and it's definitely not to say that we shouldn't try hard in this life to do things like, have a job and, have a way to provide for our family and help others and things along those lines. But it is to say that we should never, and again, this is where I fall short, consume ourselves in that, because it really is not going to matter. It's not going to matter at all. One thing that I think is super awesome, and I posted the verse the other day, is, I think it's Psalms 91. Paraphrasing, I don't have scriptures with me right now, and I can't really check it on my phone without stopping the recording. But maybe I will post it on the video. But Yahuwah commanding his messengers to watch over us. And I believe in the book of Hebrews, it says that Yahuwah, it says that like messengers are ministering spirits for those who will inherit salvation, like heirs to salvation. And I just think that's so cool, like right now I'm walking around, pacing back and forth, probably looking crazy in the backyard. But in reality, although I can't see it, there might be so many messengers here protecting me, or there might just be one or two or one, right? And that's probably all you need, because they're mighty, right? And I think it's really amazing. I believe in the Gospels, and Yahusha is tried by Shaitan, and I believe it says that, a messenger, or I don't know if it was plural or singular, but I don't want to get too stuck on that. But I might post the verse, so it'll be okay. But messenger or messengers ministered unto Yahusha after he was tried, I believe. And I thought that was really cool, because, we're tried every day as well. And the enemy comes at a convenient time when we're vulnerable, I believe. And whenever he comes and we resist and the devil flees, I believe that messengers minister unto us. Again, ministering spirits. And I think it's really amazing to think of all the things that we cannot see that Yahuwah and Yahusha are doing for us in Shamim, but also here on earth, providing for us. I believe there's a verse in Psalms that talks about that, I believe the lions wait for Yahuwah for their food, things like that. Awesome things like that. And so it's even us, although like we work and, we buy food at the store, it's like, who gives us that strength to gain wealth, and when I say wealth, I don't really mean like being, rich or anything, but gain that wealth so that we can buy food at the store. It's quite amazing how much he does for us. He provides food, safety, ministers onto us, whether it be through messengers or directly, hears our petitions from his throne room. And I honestly fall short in remembering these beautiful things, but when I do, it's very encouraging, and it makes me really, really want to serve him. So I just thought I'd make this video really quickly. But yeah, I feel like there was more I wanted to say, but it's kind of escaping my mind right now. Like I don't know that I can really think about it too much right now. It's not coming to me. But yeah, I think that for me, when I think about, these amazing, beautiful things, it helps me just really realign my focus. And so I hope that can, serve somebody here. But yeah, I think that should be everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like after recording this, I'm going to regret not saying something else. But I think it'll be okay. There's some mosquitoes drinking my blood. Wow, that's really bad. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, okay. I gotta go. Shalom. Shalom. I got assaulted by mosquitoes. It was really bad. I think I saw like 3 on my leg, and I have mosquito bites like on my hand, my arms and my feet, and it was like, man, that was horrible. I don't know. It was pretty crazy out there. Anyways, I did remember, I believe, what I wanted to say, so I wanted to add this. I want to try to keep this under maybe 2 minutes, hopefully, because then the video is going to be too long. But I remember, I believe it's 2 Kings chapter 6. I hope to post the verses. But I really love this, and it really puts things into perspective, at least for me. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Elisha and his servant. And I believe there's an army coming for Elisha. I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, this is how it went. And I think his servant is kind of freaking out. And it's like, Master, what do we do? And I believe Elisha's like, do not fear, paraphrasing heavily. For those who are with us are more than those with them. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is after Elisha got the double portion of the Ruach. So of course, like, he was walking in the Ruach of Yahuwah, very confident, very sure of Yahuwah. And I believe he saw what his servant couldn't see. But Elisha's prayer was for Yahuwah to open Elisha's eyes. Sorry. Elisha's prayer was to open his servant's eyes, and so that he could see. And I believe that he saw chariots and messengers and just all these amazing things around them. And it was like, man, Elisha knew that the armies of Elohim were with him. And it's like, if Yahuwah and Yahusha were to open our eyes right now, and like we look around the room, and it's like, I don't even know, giant messengers that look terrifying. I mean, I think that there's some verses that in the Gospels where wasn't there like a messenger and the guards were freaking out, something along those lines. So I mean, I would imagine if you opened their eyes and we saw messengers and demons and all the warfare that goes on every single day for like small, like just while we're doing our mundane tasks, like getting up in the morning, getting something to eat, going to work, just still half asleep, like who knows what's going on? Who knows what's going on for our protection and our provision and our good? Isn't there a verse in Daniel? This is not really what I was thinking about. I'm not keeping this under 2 minutes, sorry. It seems. But I think, was it Gabriel? I don't remember for sure. But Daniel prayed, and the messenger that came, I believe it was Gabriel. I could be wrong. But he's like, I heard your prayer the first day, but I was held up by the king of, I forgot, this king. And of course, I don't believe a heavenly messenger was held up by a man. I think there was something spiritual to that. But he was held up for 21 days, and then Mikael had to help him. And, yeah, so I just think that there's a lot more going on when we pray, when deliverances happen, when petitions are answered, when Yahuwah's hand moves. It may seem like it takes a long time for us. It may seem like we're alone. It may seem like this world is super mundane and boring. It may seem like there's not a whole lot going on. For the flesh, sometimes people might, doubt if Yahuwah is real. They might doubt if the book is true. They might doubt what's even going on. But it's like, if he were to open our fleshly eyes to see the spiritual, it would be absolutely breathtaking. And we'd probably, I wouldn't be surprised if some people's hearts failed them. But yeah, so I mean, I feel like there's also protection in that, you know, sorry. I feel like that's also Yahuwah protecting us, because it seems like men were terrified when they saw messengers. It seemed like men fell to the floor, and like, yeah, it's a terrifying sight. You know, when you think about the throne room of Elohim, you got Sharaphim, you got Karubim, you have messengers, you have the 4 living creatures, you have all these terrifying things. Like, you have creatures with 4 different faces. You have, I think they're called Ophanim, where they're like wheels with eyes. You have messengers that are like absolutely terrifying, it seems. They look like men, it seems like they can take on the form of men, but they look terrifying still. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I mean, but these are the descriptions I get from the scriptures, and it's like all these things were made by Elohim, by the one we pray to. And it's like, all these things are terrifying, but yet they were made by the one that, you know, loves us and created us, and the one who sent his son to die for us. And it's like, how much more terrifying is he? Wow. So it's just, yeah, I thought it was really beautiful to think about the heavenly things and the heavenly creatures. Like, they're really up there, you know. Yeah, Shalom.